Hey guys, we just wanted to jump in before the episode and say that some stuff has happened since we recorded this episode, which is the LA fires.
Yeah.
And
our whole city has been on fire, which has been really traumatic for a lot of people that we love a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people we know have lost homes and have been affected, and schools are down. And so just wanted to acknowledge that because we do record here in LA and we love our city. And we're going to post a link to a place where you can maybe donate some services or donate money to help out some of those communities.
Yes. And just a little added love to Leonora, who is going to be in this episode. She and Hyan and Lindsay Hunter Lopez set up a Nila hub that has
a shop for people who have lost.
A free shop,
yeah.
Which I got to volunteer at for the week, and it was
that's beautiful. I came by,
and it was just so incredible to be able to like help people.
And that shop is still around. So also, if you are in the area and have been affected,
and we can link to where it's moved to,
totally.
But yeah, shout out to those guys for just making such a wonderful thing happen during such a hard time.
Stay safe, LA. We love you.
We love you.
Matter can neither be created nor destroyed.
Exactly. You're going to say it every episode.
I mean,
it's true.
It will never cease to be the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You can't get rid of it.
I know.
Yeah.
Like even the salt crystals in your tears that you're crying right now, Christina, are, used to exist.
That's
some of
beautiful.
like that sodium and chloride, whatever makes up your tears, like existed in the ocean.
I want to talk about death more.
Me too.
I love depression.
Welcome to That's So Mental. I'm Ilana Cohn-Sullivan.
And I'm Cristina Fernandez. And each week we'll dive deep into the labyrinth that is the human brain.
Now, we have no business giving advice on mental health, but we do have a lot of opinions and experiences with full-blown mental breakdowns.
That's So Mental. Hi, Ilana.
Oh, hey.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Good.
Hanging in there. End of the year.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like winter is calling me. Early evenings, you know.
Got a scarf.
I've got a scarf on in Los Angeles. I'm hanging on to that winter feeling.
I realized it was like 72 degrees out the other day, and I was full head to toe like it was winter.
We're wanting it. We need it.
Yeah.
Well, LA homes can be kind of chilly too.
Sure. Yeah. Chilly homes.
chilly homes, as they say.
We don't have heat. No, we have heat. I haven't used mine.
I try not to.
Yeah.
Stuffs you up.
Yep.
Bad for the brain.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. We talked to an amazing person this time around.
It's very exciting.
Leonora Pitts.
Yeah.
Another 3-name beauty.
Yeah. I think she mostly goes by Leonora Pitts.
Really?
Yeah.
I like saying, if you have 3 names, I want to go for it.
Yeah.
I want to honor you.
I mean, throw that middle name in there. Make it crazy.
She's cool. Her meditation. She turned her meditation into filmmaking. That's cool.
Yeah.
And her anxiety into filmmaking.
That's the difference between anxiety and depression.
That's right. You get shit done.
You are driven instead of driven directly into your bed.
Into cozy sheets.
Yeah. Well, it was lovely. It was lovely to talk to her. We talked about mentorship. I mean, listen, it's going to be great.
Talked about transcendental meditation. She did a great David Lynch impersonation. That was really fun. He's such a fun character to embody, and she did it.
Yeah.
She brought it.
So I'm also going to dive back into my ayahuasca journey.
Let's do it.
I mean, this is going to take years
to decode in your life or on this podcast.
The Da Vinci Code.
20 years later, we're still doing the podcast in here.
So on day 12.
Day 2. When you're on those things, it does feel like an eternity.
Truly. I mean, another dimension. So part 3. This is part 3.
Where are we at?
What I really wish is that I had my notebook from the trip. So I had a notebook that I had been writing for a while, and I wrote a lot in it while I was there. But spoiler, I lose my mind at some point, truly, beyond just the medicine.
So you couldn't write?
Well, no.
Or could you?
I had to destroy it because I thought somebody was coming for me.
No, you got rid of it?
I dumped salad dressing on it, and then I was like, I can't leave it here.
All the answers are in there, Ilana.
All the answers are in there. Well, I did bring it back. I put it in a plastic bag, brought it back, and then when I got home and started to really get my mind back, I was like, I got to throw this salad dressing-soaked journal away.
So you did?
I did.
It's gone.
It's gone forever.
Do you remember anything?
I remember quite a bit. So I'm revealing the story like bit by bit because it's a lot to digest. It's kind of helping me like process.
Yeah.
It's a year later, and I was recently home. I think I talked about this a little too with Leonora. Is the books on my shelf at home?
Oh, are all David?
No, they're like Timothy Leary and The Doors of Perception and all this stuff that like I was reading at 15. And I like really had a desire. I don't think I've said this on here before that I like seeked out mushrooms when I was 15.
Oh yeah, maybe
we
you
talked
told me
about
that.
it.
Yeah.
So there was always like something that was like trying to find a solution that was,
Of course,
outside
traditional
the realm,
Western thought.
Yes, I was like, no meds for me. Give me mushrooms in the woods.
Give me unregulated vines.
Yep. Okay, so we're in the retreat center. It's called Rythmia. I'm just gonna. Who cares? Are they gonna come for me? Maybe
They're coming through.
I thought they were. I sure thought they were. So night one, kind of getting settled. I had talked last time about how like I didn't really sleep.
Yeah, big problem.
Not sleep. Not a great way to go into doing nights.
You don't have to be a mental health expert to know. You need a couple of hours.
Sleep.
You need a couple good hours.
I remember when I was giving birth to my first child, and it was taking days, and I had that like that thing where you
lose track of time.
No, you're like having contractions every 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
I forget what it's called, but it goes on forever.
Yeah. The Braxton Hicks? No,
not Braxton. Full real contractions for days.
I don't remember anything either. I went into a trip for that.
But I screamed at one point at the hospital, "This is how they kill people in war."
Do they? They give you contractions. They zap you.
They don't get you pregnant and give you contractions, but they do.
They give you babies.
Sleep deprivation.
Of course.
What if they just gave you a baby and they were like, you have to keep
I thought that you were saying that you like get strapped to like a shock machine, which you probably do sometimes. Anyway.
I just meant to keep you awake.
Yeah.
They blast music and they're like, hey, you can't sleep.
I do think that's the first thing. You just keep someone awake and anything is possible for their minds.
Yep.
It's crazy.
So going into the retreat already in this state, and so I'm there. It's beautiful. I am by myself, which I never get to be, right?
That's intense in and of itself because you haven't been.
Just to be like alone without my children. So I was kind of like reveling in it, and there's all this prep. Like I talked about the diet, but once you're there, you do like there's massage, there's like a mud clay bath, there's enemas.
Wow, busy. They keep you busy.
They want you clear.
But it also sounds like they kept you a little too busy.
100%.
Like you're not supposed to. That's not how it was done. You go into the woods. You're quiet. You don't have to be somewhere at 9 a.m. for a Kundalini workshop.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
Too much.
I think it's too much.
Too
for the
programmed.
system. Yeah.
And all those I think I mentioned like Ian Van Zant from Fix My Life, Oprah's buddy. She was there talking and like,
guruing out.
Mm-hmm. And you're just like hyper prepped for this.
I don't know.
To have a very specific
feels
experience.
Intellectual.
Feels like a cult.
It just feels like too much left brain, actually. Like you can't quite just relax.
Turn off your phone, Ilana. Come on. So yes, you're hyper prepped. And in these classes, they're like, this is what you're meant to accomplish basically in your journey.
My God, cool homework. Can't wait. Can't wait to have a deep journey.
Step 1, show me who I've become. Step 2, merge me back with my soul at all costs. Step 3, heal my heart. I'm not kidding.
Is it on a PowerPoint? Is it on like a slideshow?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And they're like, well, this is how it's been done for.
Oh, sure, of course. No,
and I'm like, but really? This seems.
You're like, you guys, this is funny, right? You get it.
So you're going into it with these specific things that, like, maybe a version of this is real, but they have just like corporatized this.
Yeah, they've just colonized this thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Are you like elbowing someone going, this is pretty funny, right? Come on. We're like at a like TED talk for ayahuasca.
A little bit. Like there is a little
Do you have a
bit.
buddy? Is someone going, I roll. Come on, this is nuts.
I mean, by day
Let's go
2,
do drugs.
after we've done the medicine, it's like by day 2, you're all in, you know, which is also the part where I'm like, feels shady, right?
Yeah, I gotta ease you in, girl.
So all of the prep feels like weird, but I'm
it's a lot of pressure.
It. And I'm also just like, I want to be a good student and I want to show up and do the thing. And
oof, I don't know.
So going into the first night, everyone's nervous. Everyone's really excited. We paid a lot of money to be here. It's like a big commitment to be like, I'm flying to Costa Rica for a week.
I better get something out of it.
Yeah.
You're like in product.
Yeah.
You're
and
product mode,
a lot of these
not
people
process.
are like, you know,
Big
parents
deals.
and like very regular people from all over the world.
Yeah.
Like accountants and just,
Totally.
you know, normies. I felt like the weirdo. And then
Normie's
I really
looking for,
for some healing, for some deep healing.
Yeah.
So we're going in the first night to the Maloka. The Maloka is like the
What is
room
that?
where we do our medicine. There's mattresses laid out all over the floor. So everyone gets a mattress and a roll of toilet paper and a bucket because you barfing. And on the like perimeter are in the front are the shamans. And then there's like helpers all around the sides. But everyone takes the medicine. So
they do
the
too.
helpers
Are high as hell
can
too.
also be out of their mind. And
Wow, that's so... It feels like it's having an identity crisis, this workshop. Like if you're going to have all these helpers, maybe they can be...
I mean, I think typically the shaman, like in traditional
We'll do it with you.
journeying,
Goes with you.
they have to do it with you, right? You have to be on the same plane of
Yeah.
existence. But what I've learned since
Be like,
this
I'll
experience,
see you there. Wee. Wee.
what I've learned is like the ratio of shaman to
Student is low.
is very low. I mean, there were
Where's
like
my shaman? Where's my shaman?
there
I
were
need
like
a shaman.
50 people there.
Oh, that's a lot of bodies going through this experience.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So there's like a head shaman and then like another
Baby shamans.
little baby training shaman, and then all the helpers. But ultimately, like the shaman is supposed to be the one to kind of like help guide you. And if you start to go off course, which I did many a time.
Were they aware of that? Or did they have too many people there babysitting?
Yes and no. I mean, I went rogue a bunch of times.
Yeah.
You know, someone in our group had to get hogtied. And what I learned is that happens like almost every time someone's getting hogtied.
That makes sense to me. But what happened in the 8-person trip? I feel like I've heard of under 10.
I recommend if you're going to do plant medicine, find an under 10.
Find an under 10, yeah.
For sure.
It's gotten very popular, you know.
Yeah.
Back in the day,
Well,
not that many people were talking about it. When I was a young
Business.
teenager. When I was taking an anthropology course and they talked about it.
Yeah, different experience.
I was like, I'm going into the Peruvian Amazon and I'm going to do it. And then now I can't, I don't think, especially after your story.
After my story, no, I've ruined it for many people. I still do think, I mean...
You'd do it again? You'd find... Would
I
I
mean,
do it
maybe
again?
like-
Yeah.
Maybe in like 40 years when I'm a real old...
Wow,
The woman,
you're
so
bold.
one of the women I connected with was a 77-year-old Israeli lady. So we were in the same like pains of what had just happened. And then the other person that I ended up being next to every night was a man who's in his late 60s who by the end I was like, that's actually Gandhi. He was bald and small and looked like Gandhi, but by the end I was like, oh,
He is here. He's
right
amongst
here.
us.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So we walk in. Outside there's a rainbow. There's geckos that gather on the ceiling before. There's like thunder. I mean, it's like it feels
like you're calling it all into...
like the universe is like conspiring to
I do think that
be a
happens
part
when
of
you're on
this.
that wavelength. It feels like you're both kind of feeling as if you're causing the thing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You're like, this is happening only because I'm on this thing.
For me.
Well, not for me, but it feels like everybody tunes into this other wavelength. And you're like, I don't think this weirdness would be happening. Weren't we all sort of tapped in?
Yeah. And it's like, are you hyper aware or is it, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was like a really beautiful start.
And like all good stories, there's a huge twist.
It's a big twist that I've revealed, but we're going to get into it.
So this is one where we flash forward in order to go back and piece it together, and you still go, somehow I was surprised.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
I mean, because it gets gory-ish. So visually, so I'm a very visual person. Well, I will say, we go up, we get in line. I go near the back because I'm like, I have a feeling I'm going to get hit hard. I've like barely been eating. I just lost all my insides. And I want to be a late starter.
So
you're waiting in line. You all 50 people waiting in line to get the medicine from the shaman. So my turn comes, I take it. It's like drinking mud.
Oh my God.
And then you go lay on your mat. And the first night it's silent for the first hour. Later there's like music, but it's just silent. And you're just laying there kind of like
with your own thoughts,
waiting for what's to come.
Just you and you.
And some people fall asleep and stay asleep.
Oh, I like that version.
Right. And I'm like, how?
How could you do that?
I was full visuals so quickly. And I mean, there was a very deep spiritual side that happened where like I felt like I connected to my ancestors and was like having conversations and was like, oh, they're actually inside me because of my DNA. And it was like, you know, and then like at some point saw the whole world kind of open up and was seeing like geometric.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful like mathematics.
Yeah.
Sacred geometry.
Sacred geometry. There it was.
It's all there. It's all a pattern.
And it's like your mind tries to explain everything to you in a way that however you can understand it. Right. And, yeah, it was mostly great. And then it's like bad things. You start
Rotten Tomato, you're like 89%.
Yeah, 89.
Pretty good.
But and you start to feel like things creeping in, and that's when you're like, oh,
I have to either attend to this or not. Or where am I gonna?
And you follow it.
What trail am I gonna follow here?
And the goal is to like get it out, right? So that's all the purging is like. Supposedly, you're like finding these things within you that are your blocks, and it comes out. When I purged, I turned into a cheetah, and then at some point, I ran out of the room on all fours.
God, I love to be laughing, but
I mean, people saw me and they were like, "Oh, I saw you run."
I saw the cheetah. Yeah, I saw it,
and I really was like, "I am a cheetah." And what's weird is like my son. Obsessed with cheetahs. I have like it's an age spot on my face that my daughter calls my cheetah spot.
Cute.
And has forever. And I'm like, I am a cheetah. This is why my son loves cheetahs. You know, this is the whole thing. And I was like really going out of my mind. So they come and they do a healing. If they see people who are really struggling, like I wouldn't get back in the room. And they do like a private healing on you, which is basically they are like chanting and drumming and all the stuff. And then they like spit in your face.
What does that mean?
I mean, they like drink some sort of something and like...
When they spit something on you?
Yeah. The sacred shaman holy water.
Wow. They do a spit take on you.
Yeah.
Come on, woman. Get a hold of yourself.
Wake up. Instead of slapping you, they just spit directly into your face.
They can't slap you. They get sued, but they can spit on you.
They can spit on you.
Nobody can say anything about that.
Is that an ancient tradition or is it just a way to deal with cuckoo birds?
To not grab you by the arms and shake you violently.
But overall, my first night was like
pretty decent,
generally positive and like kind of fun.
When you look at the rest of the days,
hard but fun. My second night, I decided to not be in the main room because they said it was going to be a hard night, and I was like, I'm a sensitive person. I'm going to be on the like wing.
Oh yeah,
and that night was kind of rough, very rough. A lot of crying, a lot of screaming. Also running out of the room. I had a really hard time staying on my mat.
You did not want to stay in that room. All
like,
signs are pointing. You wanted to go into the woods.
Yeah, I was like, get me to the woods. So
I mean, yeah, you used to probably just go into the woods.
Yeah. I mean,
it's hard to be in a structure.
I really think that was a huge part of it.
Yeah, like if you wanted to go on a walk or something, you know, when you're on hallucinogenics and like other stuff, you want to be by nature, you want to be outside.
Exactly. I mean, that's the whole thing is you're connecting with nature, and it's like
But them not letting you out is a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, you can. I was on the grass a lot.
Okay. On the grass a lot.
And there was a fire outside that you could sit by.
Oh, that's nice.
You know, so you weren't like locked in a closet, but almost.
Okay.
It's a lot. I know. It's a lot. So if you're thinking about doing ayahuasca, just keep listening and
really do. I don't know. Well, you can only do enough research and then it's really
I know.
roll of the dice.
And most people have a great experience. And the truth is, like, my first week was hard, but great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But week 2.
Week 2. Unexpected
Shouldn't
week
have
2.
been there 2 weeks. Oh my God.
So we'll get to it, but it's a lot. So
it continues.
And in the meantime,
here's Leonora Pitts.
Hi, Leonora.
Hi, Ilana. Hi, Cristina.
Hi, Leonora.
How are you?
I'm so excited that we get to have you here. Leonora is a very dear old friend. Not old. She's a young, gorgeous woman.
Well, young looking.
Yes, according to your child.
According to my daughter.
I don't even know exactly how to introduce you because you do all of the things like in a real way. You're a director, you're a producer, you're a writer, you're in a graduate program, you're a teacher, you're a dancer, you're a podcaster.
Wow.
I could keep
And
going.
my actual job is I'm an actor usually.
Right. I left that one out.
And during the day.
Number 1. Yes.
Yeah.
How are you doing so much?
I'm a time bender.
Really?
Yeah.
Truly.
Are you good about scheduling?
I'm pretty good about scheduling, but really I'm a time bender. Like people are always like, how do you do so much?
Are you
and
in 2 places at once?
I kind of am.
Cool.
Like one time I even was texting with someone and I saw time go backwards, and I'm not trying to turn this.
I need to hear more.
I'm not even trying to like open this on like a witchy space,
No.
but like
Bring it.
It was like 11:12
Oh my
on
God,
my
I'm
thing, and
already
I was
like,
looking, and I was like, "Oh God, I'm running late. I have to be somewhere at 11:30." And I saw I have a screenshot. I will screenshot. I will send you the screenshot.
I'm down.
Please do.
It went back 1 or 2 minutes, and I gained 1 or 2 minutes, and then I was not late.
There's some people I really do believe can time travel. There's someone specific I'm thinking of where I see them at the same time everywhere somehow. And it's really, very cool.
Yeah. But really, I mean, magic aside, whatever that is, I do just, I'm lucky because the systems that I've put in place are working really well for me. Mm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I wake up early. That's a big part of it.
What time are we waking up?
5:30.
That's a night. That's very reasonable.
It's reasonable.
Yeah.
And so then I've got that time where
course.
that's a lot of my like, if you see me posting like weird, you know what I mean? Stuff. That's kind of when I'm doing
About
when
time bending.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if I'm making
5:30
posts
a.m.
about time bending, and I do a lot of like meal planning, and I'm always sort
It's
of
the
like
business part of,
future
like, the
casting.
morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So that's part of it. Is I'm like planning. It also makes me an anxious
So
person
good.
to come back to the
Not to be good
No,
anxious,
it's so-
but
to
I'm
acknowledge
just
what
jealous
this.
of your anxiety. I really am. I do. Because I have depression, and sometimes
Depression makes you lay in bed. Anxiety gets you fucking going.
Anxiety, if you can make it work
Yeah.
for yourself, and I know a lot of people that do, I go, I think it's kind of the better one. You're
If I
light,
had to
you're-
choose between the two,
I know you.
I would
have
1,000% choose anxiety every day. of the
Depression
week.
sucks.
I would never.
It's heavy. It's just.
I mean,
hard.
listen,
You're
sadness
close to
is
the
a
earth.
dear,
Friend of
sweet
ours.
little lady who helps illuminate the joys,
yeah.
right?
We go to the dark. We must go to the
Yeah,
dark.
you have to have shadow to have light. But I mean, when I see my friends going through periods of depression, I'm like, I just am so glad that I'm able to be there for them because, like, that is not my experience. I've had, situational.
Of course,
the
everybody's
blues.
had the thing.
Everyone's got it right now.
Yeah, exactly. I am definitely in that space today. But I'm much more an anxious person. And the moment that I stop moving is when I don't feel awesome. So I just sort of keep moving.
This is like the good or bad, though, I think, is that I think in our world, good and bad, we value productivity. So I do think an anxious person, you could thrive, which then is maybe tricky on you too, because you're thinking, I need some help as well.
And then you're lacking downtime, right? Like,
For sure.
Do you incorporate downtime into your life? Like, do you have to also schedule that?
You're like, rest.
Actual downtime. I'm not talking about like a dance class, which I also feel like is like, good for my body, mind, health, all of that. But like true check out downtime? Do you ever do that?
I mean, I do
hard.
practice TM.
Oh, that's right.
And so
Because you have
I have that
yes
available to me. And I'm not as consistent presently as I have been in the past. There have been times when I've been very like
every day, 20 minutes, same
20
time.
minutes twice a day.
It has to be 20 minutes twice a day.
Twice a day.
That's the real deal.
That's the like
The highest of the high.
the highest of the high is like
What
all
year
day
are you in
a
your
cave?
yeah, exactly.
in Tibet? You have to be in
You have
Tibet.
to move to you move to Tibet and move into a cave.
Yes.
That's the goal
That's
eventually.
the goal of yours. Yeah. Metaphorically, you're trying to go there too. Spiritually.
But even if I do it once a day, and I usually do it first thing when I wake up in the morning.
yeah.
And I mean, like, I wake up, I doom scroll. You know what I mean?
Oh, you do that first.
I do, which
can't.
is a bad
can't.
habit. But I doom scroll.
But you have anxiety.
I have anxiety, so
to
I'm
get
like,
some work
what's going to
done.
get me out of bed
Feed
today?
that monster. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what's going to be the thing that I'm going to fight
Rage.
against today?
Yeah.
And then I think to myself, wait a second, you feel like shit. What makes you feel better? Sit up and meditate. And then I immediately
Talk yourself down from the thing.
And I do 20 minutes. And I have to say, I know it sounds like the easiest thing in the world or
it's
the
the
hardest thing in the
meditate.
world.
Just
but
breathe.
like, honestly,
It works.
It really does work. And I never
I
believed it would.
know.
I really thought that it was going to be like such a bunch of bullshit.
No, but the easiest things
it's-
are the hardest, and the hardest things are the It's like, it is so simple,
Yeah.
but that is challenging.
Like clean your space, meditate.
we know we have all the answers. We
walk,
have
just-
them.
yes.
You're Dorothy. Click those heels together. That came up yesterday for some reason, so I'm going to keep drilling that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah. So
gosh.
meditation is definitely one way that I do that. I do like twice a year, I carve out a few days in the middle of the week to get out of town by myself.
Like a retreat, some sort of
great,
personal.
which has been huge for me.
Yeah.
And I started that when my first son was, my second born was like 3.
Mm-hmm.
I left town for one night and I was like, oh,
This is so needed.
Yeah, it does. It is soul regenerating.
Check in.
Yeah.
is it?
Can we talk about a personal check-in right here, right now?
Yeah.
We do this thing where we're like bringing us into the moment.
Where are we right now?
I feel like I can guess where you're at. Also, you just said it. You've said it explicitly a few times. But
Yeah.
where are we at? Where you at, girl? Who wants to go
I will
first?
say I had a real good therapy session.
I love therapy.
I love it.
And that was a couple days ago. So even
Wow, so it's
Still
lasting.
lasting? Oh, yeah.
Nice.
We're like, I'm impressed. That's
Yeah.
a good
Good.
therapist.
I know, and you can hang on to
Good
it.
sesh.
You know what's wild is I'm still doing integration work on my ayahuasca experience.
That makes total sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
to
Yeah.
us.
You guys have talked about that on this podcast
We are.
a little bit.
Again in there, yeah.
Yeah, we have now started kind of addressing it every episode, and we're just kind of telling the long game story because it's too long to talk about in one gulp.
Yeah.
Also, like mentally and emotionally for
Yeah,
me
for
to
you.
It's too much.
lay it all out.
But it is, I can imagine. It's good to just try to, I don't know.
It is. It helps
with
me
a little
process it.
distance, piece it apart a little bit. And
Yeah.
Sometimes we have to make things into stories
Yeah.
in order to understand them better. Do you know what I mean? To
Totally.
be able to tell it as a story.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
with
is
some
sometimes an important is with some distance.
a little distance.
Exactly.
And then knowing that, hey, other people have had weird journeys in El Segundo nearby, but not as cool as Costa Rica. But
Oh God, I can't. Every time I think about it, I want to fucking.
I know it's interesting having like friends on who were
every time you
involved.
think about what
what she went through.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, like every time I think about the frantic texts between other friends, between
yes, we were having
Where
that
we were-
on.
you know what I
there was
mean?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
where we were like, what's happening? What's happening? What's
I
happening?
mean, it makes me feel very loved and also
were very
I feel
loved.
very bad that I put
Please
everyone
don't
through
do that. No, don't do that. That's
I
not
could
worth
get
it.
emotional
But
because you were very loved, and yeah, we were all
we were
really
all freaked out.
banding together
Yeah.
for you, and
Yeah.
just trying to
Appreciate your hopes and prayers.
Hold.
They worked. But yeah, so
and now you're just trying to still piece it all back together.
trying to put
Pull
it together.
apart.
Also, just still trying to put one foot in front of the other. That's But yeah, I am. It's been a rough couple days. This is going to come out later than where we are in time right now.
Yeah.
But we are recording this very shortly after the news of Trump.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to, I like don't even.
I don't.
Yeah.
Bluff.
As a highly political person, I am in a.
She's also
I'm
highly
in a
political.
state.
Yeah. You're ready to fight. Are you ready to fight?
No,
Or
not yet.
Are you mourning?
I'm mourning. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm definitely in a mourning period. I mean, yesterday was the first day So Wednesday I was like steely, and I was just like, nothing's getting in. Armor.
Yeah.
And yes, and like I'm holding the line.
Yeah.
And then yesterday I went deep into mourning.
Yeah.
And had like probably one of the biggest cries of my life. Like a full body.
That feels so good.
Did you have some alone time where you could really go full on?
No, because we were getting ready to go to dinner. It was like the worst timing ever.
But you know what? Go.
Yeah.
I saw this TikTok. By Kamala HQ, which was their rapid response system, which was like a goodbye to.
Whoa.
And it was that like that song that I can't even do it because I will start crying again. But it's like you were the best thing that we lost or something like that. And I was just like, and it was like this lioness kind of screaming
Growly.
sort of thing, and the kids came downstairs.
Are you
to go to dinner.
Right. Ready.
Because we had plans to go to dinner and then go to music class. And they were like,
what the fuck?
what is going on? And I was
But
like,
they knew.
what do you think?
Yeah,
they were like,
they knew.
So that's where I'm at. I'm at today is like, I feel I'm trying really hard not to feel too bleak. I'm shaping my thoughts about it. Mm-hmm. So I'm just sort of in as someone that I think a lot of people come to for political insight or hope or things like that, like election night, it was just a barrage of texts from people being like, what are we going to do? Yeah.
Because you are very politically active.
Yes. Remember that? Have you ever seen that video of the little kid who tastes a little tiny bit of wasabi? They're like 2 years old.
No.
And they eat a tiny little bit of wasabi and their eyes start to water and then they just go, help.
No, but I'm going to go look it up right after.
It's the best.
That's amazing.
It's like, I feel like that's like
what everybody was
yes, everybody's writing to me going,
little or big chunks of wasabi.
Yeah.
and so I'm trying to form my thoughts around it so that I can be
activated
and there for my community and hopefully give people like a path forward that's going to make things better and keep people safe and keep people feeling engaged and grow our coalition and like all the things that we need to do.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not about mental health, though. That's about the state of the country.
It ties together.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of accepting where you're at and just checking in. I think and checking in with your community is super valid and helpful and incredible.
Yeah. And where's your mind at?
Well, I think so. I pre-mourned. I have to just say I had been mourning for weeks, and so I was not I just wasn't surprised, and I could see. I was like just looking at stuff and going, yeah. And so I've been pretty mad, and mad at a lot more people than you might think. Just kind of mad, general mad, and doing a lot of reading. Like today I was on Moody's macroeconomic policies. Yesterday I was in the Wharton School. I'm like reading like economic policy.
I love that.
That's great.
So I'm like
the way to do.
out. I think I'm going to pick like a topic every, for like a week, and really just drill that for a while and read. And I'm trying to stay quiet to I'm just personally, I don't want to un. So I'm just trying to read.
Move forward.
Just trying to read.
That is what the people that I know on the other side did over the past 4 years, is what they say.
They don't seem like the people. I'm sorry.
No,
I was going to say.
No, you're right. You're right.
Read a lot.
But they're in their vacuum of information, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But the people I know who kind of turn, because I know people who were Democrats. I know one.
And voted.
Yeah.
I think we got to look at that.
I know.
I think so
too.
Turn into a political podcast.
We don't have to do that.
Yeah, we don't have to do that.
Can I just say one other thing, though,
Yes,
that is not
yes.
political,
May.
but I will say that last night I put my phone upstairs. This sounds like this, again, simplest thing. I lit a fire. Lucky to have a fireplace in my house.
Yeah.
Lit a fire, and I sat by the fire, and I read for 1 hour and 10 minutes
That
straight.
sounds
That's lovely.
so
A novel.
incredible.
Just a
good
novel, a great novel, a good fictional
What novel?
thing. Intermezzo, the new Sally Rooney, who's one of my favorite writers.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful. And I was like really, every time my mind would wander, I would go,
Come back to this.
and I just was
story.
like, just live in this and like relish in the language. And
You deserve a break too.
Yeah.
And it literally felt like scratching my brain.
Yeah.
Like reaching a
Little
spot. Yes, it really did.
massage.
I mean, I felt
healed.
I felt by it. I really did.
Books, you guys.
I felt better.
Books.
Let's get back to
books.
Okay, so
Also, let's lean on the library.
Love a library. We love LAPL.
Yeah. Oh, love it.
Yeah.
So I run this big moms group in LA that Ilana is a member of. And a few weeks ago, one of our mamas, Pamela Samuelson Wiley, she said, what if we did a soup party?
I love this so much.
And the original idea was like go door to door and like get different soups. And I was like, what if I just hosted and everybody came over and like 10 people brought
like a potluck
soup.
Yeah.
But it's all soup.
Yeah. Soup.
And everybody bring your own bowl and your own spoon.
And some bread, maybe a little bread.
And we'll have some bread. And we'll have some drinks.
Bread.
We'll have some wine. We'll have some, you know what I mean? We'll have some,
It's going to be nice.
We'll have some mocktails.
Yeah, this isn't just soup.
Yeah, it's not just
your mama's soup.
Yeah. And everybody's going to just come to my house. Yeah. And I'm going to light 2 fires, one outside and one inside. And we're all just going to eat soup.
Oh, that's
It's going to be a bunch of women.
Love a soup party.
And I was like, this is the way forward.
Yeah.
Is like in person, connective,
in person, local,
like looking at each other's eyes.
Organic, farm to table, local.
You know what I've been pitching?
Artisanal soup parties.
Okay, I have 2 things to say. We'll come back to this, but last night I did go like rage dancing until 2
Oh, you stayed
in the morning.
Wowie.
Can I tell you what time I got picked up by a young lady friend? 10:30 p.m.
No, how? Why? How?
Yeah.
How'd you even do that?
I'm impressed.
I don't know. I dug deep. I said I'm like feeling mad. So I was kind of like strangely okay. And I thought, you know what? It's going to be really fun. You know, when you get there, even though are you tired? Hell yeah. But is life short? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And long as well, I think. But I thought, you know, it's one of those things I tell myself when I'm feeling a little resistance to anything that I know at the end will be good for me. This is very mental health.
Yeah.
I go, you know, when you get there, you're going to have a blast.
That's so true.
And I went for an hour and a half to this place that was who I went with. She's a literal dancer. So she goes to all the clubs that are about dance. There was barely anybody drinking. Okay. They shut down the restaurant part. They open it up. It's like a house. Everybody's dancing salsa. You stand and someone takes you and you do a dance.
Oh, that's
and then
so
at the end
fun.
you go, thank you. And they go, thank you so much. And then another person says, do you want to dance? And you go, let's dance now. And then you do bachata. And it was an hour and a half of like salsa and bachata
really
dancing.
amazing.
That is so incredible.
It was rad.
That's great.
It was really rad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. You know, obviously I'm a dancer. I've been a dancer since I was 3. I was a professional dancer. So obviously dance class is very important to me. Dance is very important to me. But dance parties in my house are the key to happiness. I think like
they're the key. It's been with us since the beginning, and it will continue after we leave this earth.
Yeah.
It will always be here. It'll always be here.
throw on some dumb music and ask everybody to look stupid and dance.
Oh, yeah.
Dance, period. It doesn't need to be any...
All dance.
All
But
dance.
dance parties with your kids.
Oh, so sweet.
Where
We did
you're
that
not
too the
like,
other
I mean,
day.
that is to me the key. It has been since they could stand on 2 legs.
Yeah.
And now that I've got a 14-year-old
And she'll
an
still do it,
11-year-old,
yeah? Yeah, I know.
And do you do this like whenever it strikes you? Do you say, it's Friday night, let's throw on some music?
I want to get more intentional about it, actually. And this is something I talked about.
Friday night dance parties with your family.
Yeah.
Or something.
Like I was saying on Instagram that like having, when things are easy, it's a lot easier to have like incidental joy. You know what I mean?
Of course, the real
when you're
work.
not, when you're not thinking about what's happening in the world,
Yes.
when you're not as worried. I mean, there's always
when
so
you
much
leave
to worry
the yoga
about. but,
class,
like,
it's all good.
Yeah.
Or where you're in yoga, it's great.
Yeah.
Then you get on the road and the real work begins.
Yes. And so like with this now new reality of like what are things going to be like and what's going to happen and you know all of that, we have to be super intentional about joy in our homes.
Yeah.
I think. And so my goal is to like when the kids come home, have it be a joyful place. I don't want it to be like the first time around where there was so much
like fear and
anxiety and anger.
And kids are walking
and
into
like,
that and you're going,
yes,
is this
exactly.
helping anything or
It doesn't.
anybody?
No.
Are we going to move through this?
I
in
want
a
to
way
model
that-
resilience for them.
Of course.
And joy is
Huge.
resilient.
Yeah.
And joy is radical.
Yeah.
And so to have joy in the face of like everything else that I'm scared of and feeling and wanting to protect the most vulnerable around us, I think that's a really radical act. And I think that showing my kids that like, the other day my son said to me, you know what was kind of fun? And I was like, what? The pandemic. And I was like,
my God.
Not for everybody.
What a reframe.
And he was like, I was like, not for a lot of people. He was like, yeah, but it was fun in our house.
And I was like, maybe it was a special time for
what a great job you've done. Like, what a compliment to your parenting.
I was like, oh my God, really? I was like, because
you shielded them from the crushing reality.
Yeah, he was like, it was fun here. We had fun like every day.
And how old were they at that time?
He was 6.
Yeah.
When during shutdown happened, he was 6 to 9.
They should be protected at that sweet.
Yeah.
Keep that joy.
I know.
As long as you can.
Good work. I mean,
that's beautiful.
There's a little, I mean, not to get into full pandemic talk, but there's like, we never would have
covering all the light topics today.
We never would have been as close as we got to be, even though I was losing my mind.
I try to find that silver lining. I was like, as crazy as I was, we padded the floor because I had a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Oh my God.
And we literally put those little interlocking mats on the floor because my husband's work went up and mine went 0. Mm-hmm. So I was like, how are you working right now?
Yeah.
And it was really frustrating. So I was alone in the house with them a lot while he was in the garage. And I was like, you know what? I think at some point it clicked going, you're okay. Mm-hmm. This is a privilege. Actually, you're safe and you're okay and you have resources.
Right.
And so then you might as well actually lean into that and be like that force and agent of joy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you normally wouldn't have gotten actually this much time with them. Probably you'd be dropping them off or you'd be trying to get, you got to lean. Now you got to just accept.
We'd be Uber.
Acceptance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Wait, what did you say?
We'd be our child Uber,
which I am now.
Which I am at 1 and 2, of course. I'd be taking.
I have great pictures of Liam editing, and like both cats are on his desk, and the kids are like trying to get.
I remember that picture. I've seen that picture. That's an amazing.
And he's just like, how am I supposed to work?
Oh my God, that was wild.
You're not. That's why.
Yeah, we didn't have a separate office area, so it was just all in, guys. But we made it. We made it. We made it work.
We
made it.
We usually ask our guests, do you have any official diagnosis or have you ever? And are you on medication? Because we are.
I'm not on medication. I do have, hold on. Sorry. I do have ADHD.
Okay.
And I have anxiety. The ADHD has been diagnosed. The anxiety has not, but I have had panic attacks off and on for years, although they've gotten so much better. I'm not medicated. I'm not opposed to medication, but I think my ADHD is manageable as it is. In fact, it's almost an
asset to the gift.
It's a feature, not a bug.
And you've obviously, it's not like you developed it. You've had it your whole life, but just recently got diagnosed?
Yeah, I got diagnosed as an adult.
As an adult, over the pandemic.
Right, because they say women, girls, harder to
Yeah, and so like the way it presented as a kid was I was like an overachiever, and I was this busy, but then.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like, you're 9. You should not have a portfolio.
It's interesting. I wonder, because I'm pretty sure I also have ADHD, and I wonder if like the depression and, whoops, that's me hitting the mic.
That's her ADHD.
But I wonder if the coalition of depression and ADHD leads more to like 1 million unfinished projects versus
anxiety. The combo of anxiety and ADHD leads to finished projects.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I do like finding the keys of like certain creative. We're trying to figure out like certain creative careers with the diagnoses. Like comedians and depression, hard, right?
Yeah, hand in hand. They're doing that handshake.
Yeah, they're like in love.
I have it. It's on my ring.
In deep partnership. Yeah, me and depression, yay. And then we were saying, well, then anxiety. What is that? So writers, and we're trying to think of other.
Yeah,
but there's some combos that are like that really works.
Yeah.
Good job.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, for me, anxiety, all the work that I do and all the jobs that I do and all the different things are, part of it is the immense privilege I've been granted, wanting to sort of make sure that I'm like a contributing member to society instead of just sort of being like, whatever happens. But another part of it is that I don't want to see what happens when I slow down, because when I do...
It's scary.
Yeah, it gets scary. And I remember one time I was home and I was like rushing around and I had a little time and I was like, well, I could, quickly clean out the shed or, sit and write for an hour or whatever. And then I saw my couch and I was like, what if I just sat down?
Yeah.
What if I just sat down for a little bit? Yeah. And I did, and I fell asleep for 2.5 hours.
You needed that, baby.
Your body was like, thank you.
My body was like,
I mean, because that's the thing, right? So we're all trying to move to the middle of balance, right? Yeah. So you're on that side where maybe like your work is to relax and maybe see what, I don't know, dance with the idea of what might happen if you slow down. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
And mine is to finish a goddamn project.
Mine is to not only check something off the list, but first find that list.
Find the list.
Find the list. You have a lot of lists. Which list is it in and where the hell is it?
Somebody just did a post of like all these different notes apps. Like what's it like to have like notes? What's your notes app look like if you have ADHD?
Oh, God.
And it's people just writing like steak, banana, equation.
That is
like the weirdest combination.
100%. Mine has a phone number
yeah.
and grocery list and I think an idea for a show.
Yep. I have hundreds of notes. I know if we
How
weren't
many
using
notes
this
do
right
you
now.
have? We play that game too, right? And then screenshots is the big one for ADHD.
Screenshots, forget it.
Oh, yeah.
Like you told me your number, it was wild.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't, I mean, I've got probably 10,000 screenshots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of very important things that I've never looked at again.
Going back is the work.
I don't know why
do
this
not
says,
go back. I go forward.
Tania Lake.
Sure.
It's like a dream.
Oh,
You wrote down like
Tenaya Lake from Yosemite.
Lake?
Oh,
Great
there
place.
we go.
Okay, thank you. That's
You're
all
welcome.
that. Why is it with a list of things that says, by Agnes, knows the address, how many goons, why don't they do something when they're in the jail?
It's like very weird poetry.
Why does it say
Beat poetry.
Ozz Bodkins on Flickr?
Oh my God, did we develop a game? Take your notes and read it as poetry.
Why does this say?
And then your friends try to solve the mystery of the poem.
Which you started.
Mm-hmm.
But say it in like a kind of like a you're in a cafe, you're you're jamming.
Okay.
Hey man, well the goons they'd be in jail. But
Oh wait, I don't know if I can do this. Vegan fast food like the Eagle Rock place.
yeah.
Pasta. Moment Cafe. Chutney. The place with vegan sushi rolls.
The place with vegan sushi rolls.
Oh,
Yeah.
so good. Oh my God, I'm sweating.
That's good.
We can just add poetess to your...
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and
I
look
should
at
just
mine
publish
later,
my
yeah.
notes app.
Yep.
Gorgeous.
My notes as a poetry
Little
book.
I wish I could pull mine out and stop the
I
camera.
know. Next time, that'll be the next game with the next. We've developed a game that we will use on
Why
the next.
did it just say chutney?
Why? Just chutney.
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 And you swear you're going to remember what that means. You're like, I swear to God, I have to write one word and I'm going to look back and I'm going to know exactly what that means.
Yep.
Who are you?
No one
Why
ever.
did it say Ozz Bodkins on Flickr?
Wait, what is that?
Is Flickr still even available? Just like Dormy McDougal on MySpace.
You know what? I bet you do have a Flickr. It lives.
Dormy McDougal.
Oh.
You know, that famous MySpace guy.
Oh my God. Yep. Ozz Bodkins. Oh, you gotta laugh. I'm doing that thing where I'm like teetering on the edge of either bursting into tears or laughing really hard.
That's my
So thank you
favorite
for
place.
making me
It's
laugh.
a fun time to have a guest on when they're in that point.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Talk to us about TM. I want to hear more about TM.
Yeah.
So I'm in graduate school, as you said. I'm getting my MFA in screenwriting.
And what year are you? How many?
I am a year and a half almost in.
Okay.
I have a 2-year program. So I'll be done in June.
Incredible.
I know. And it's been great. And it is the David Lynch School of Cinematic Arts. Oh, yeah. And it's remote. So I am on Zoom twice a week. And I actually love it.
Good.
And
I like the actually. What does that mean?
Well, because like when I was applying, I remember saying to a really good friend of mine, I was like, so I'm thinking about applying to grad school. She was like, that's so cool. And I was like, this MFA program, it's remote. She's like, that's amazing. And I was like, yes, the David Lynch School of Cinematic Arts. And she just started laughing really hard. And, but it is real. I promise it's real. It's a very good program.
Yeah, and
it's a
also
very good
like
program.
you're coming out of it with several screenplays. So like
4.
So even
my
if it were
gosh.
fake,
Yeah, it's
4
not
grade
fake
school.
because you have something real, tangible to show.
And the one that I wrote last spring, I've only submitted it to 2 competitions, and it was a second rounder at Austin already, and I just found out it's a finalist at the Big Apple Film Festival.
congratulations.
So it's great. I love it. I love my cohort. They're the best. And part of the program is that David Lynch pays for us to learn TM.
Does David show up?
We do Zoom with him twice a year.
That is pretty cool. I mean, I will say,
That's like the first
I was at
question
my
I wanna
mom's, and which I'll talk about in our intro about the books on my shelf, because whoa. And the other books, aside from like psychedelic drug books, were David Lynch books. Multiple David Lynch books. Really
So
loved
cool.
him.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
And so is it an approach? Is when you're in his film school, it is about the how you approach your creative process? Like, because it's not like you're not writing TM scripts.
No, not at all. But it is like consciousness-based learning is what they call it. So like our first semester, we did have a class called Consciousness and Creativity with a TM practitioner.
I know,
who
me
was also like a
too.
creative filmmaker. His name's Amin, and he was great. Amin Coulter. And excuse me. You guys made me laugh so hard that I have like schmutz in my throat. But anyway, so so we all learned TM. And then we're expected to do it, and when we go to our residency, which is like 10 days out of the year, we all practice together and stuff like that, which is really fun.
That's really cool.
So cool.
And it's great. It's I was a little scared that it was like going to be culty,
Like the culty thing. Yeah.
I think there's definitely
You can get in there if you want.
Yeah, you can get in there if you want.
Yeah.
I think that in Fairfield, Iowa, there's definitely like a feeling of cultishness there, but I don't think everybody's like in the cult. I just think they're like excited about TM.
Yeah.
And I will say that like the TM world has never approached me for like a dime or to do any other sort of like
Culty
further
vibes.
thing.
Yeah,
I like that they're a little bit like the Jews in that they're like, you do your thing. You want to come join us? It's going to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But it's going to help you. I mean, not that being Jewish helps you, but they're not like out there recruiting, being like,
It makes
hey,
you rich.
Yeah.
Being Jewish makes you rich.
and rules
right?
the world.
Is that the
No.
rule?
Is
I can
it?
say that. I am half Jewish.
I don't know, you guys. I'm gonna just listen.
Don't speak
learn
on
and
this.
listen.
Yeah, learn and listen. Yeah.
Not part of that conversation. One thing we meant to, I just interrupted you.
No, please. That's basically it.
Yeah.
I really like TM. I think it's great, but I also am not evangelical about it.
Yeah.
It works for me.
Yeah.
It's the one thing that I found. I've tried other approaches to meditation, and the one thing that I found that's worked for me is TM.
I love that.
Cool.
One thing that we wanted to talk to you about, and I was like excited to talk to you about because I feel like this is something you're really good at, is finding mentors.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And I guess I just want to ask you, like,
Mentorship is loaded.
how you've approached that in your career and where you are now with that. And do you mentor other people? And can I be your mentee, even though you're my very good friend? And no,
Will you be my mommy? I mean, my mentor.
Will you be my mommy?
None of those things.
Can I live in your guest
None
house?
of those things. Can I come to the soup party?
Yes. And yes, of course, you can come to the soup party. So mentorship I knew very early on was going to be very important to me. I remember being in college at NYU and being like, who among these amazing teachers is going to be my mentor?
Did they talk about mentorship while you were there?
They must have.
Because I was in grad school over here, and it was called your advisor was essentially called a mentor. But I always thought that was hard. I was like, so she's going to be a mentor to like 100 people, you know? But she did end up being. She's still my mentor. But
Oh, wow.
That's
it's like
amazing.
a very specific,
It
cool
is.
relationship. But
I had a couple people that I sort of like,
we're like
eyeballing.
yeah, dreaming about.
And I will say, like, I have a lot of peer mentors. Like, I would consider Ilana a peer mentor. Like, we bounce things off each other all the time. I think that's super important, and we can talk about that if there's time. But what happened for me was I had a colleague when I was teaching at the Atlantic Theater Company Acting School in New York, teaching NYU
Wonderful.
kids. And then her name was Maggie Kiley. And then I moved to LA, and then she moved to LA. When she moved to LA, she got into the AFIDWW. She was sort of like really churning and like really working. And I was sort of floundering. And she said to me, why don't you come to class? Because she was teaching an acting class. And I was like,
I'm done with that.
I was like, I taught.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
I don't know. And you were my colleague, and now you're going to be my teacher.
Like power down.
Yeah,
like
it's so weird.
power.
And she's like, okay, check your ego. I mean, she didn't literally say that, but she was like,
Think about it.
Think about it. She was like, because I actually think it would be really good for you. So I did. I like right away. I was like, she's right. Went to class, and I was like, oh my God. And she's so brilliant, and she's so grounded, inspiring. She has like very opposite energy from me in terms of being. I'm like. And she's like, oh, it's cool. Everything's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we moved from colleague to teacher-student.
But in a beautiful
way. And then I started
consensual-
subbing for her class when she wasn't able to do it. And then I started making films, and she was making films. And I was coming to her to say, like, what do I do now? And when I knew she was my mentor was when I didn't take her advice on something.
The student has left.
Mm-hmm. She said, I think you need to, it was a film that Liam actually edited.
Okay.
And she was like, you need to lose like 8 minutes from this and then you need to festival it. It was my first short film. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I can't. I was like, I think I'm just going to throw it up online. She was like, you're not hearing me. She was like, this film, if you lose 8 minutes, will festival. I'm telling you, it's good enough to festival. And if you really think of me as a mentor, which you say you do, then I need you to hear me. And it was like such a wake-up call to be like, oh, wait. And I went back to Liam. I was like, we got to lose 8 minutes. He, of course, did it in a beautiful way. And that film did festival like crazy. Like it had went to like 18 festivals or something. It was crazy. And that's when I knew like, oh, but here's what I always tell people is it's not up to the mentor.
Right.
You said yes to it. You agreed.
I fostered the relationship.
Yeah.
I took her from being my friend into being my mentor.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And so she didn't choose me to mentor me.
Right.
I chose her.
Which I think has to be the way. I know someone who got almost like tried to get forced into a mentee position. Someone went up to them as a writer and they were like, I want to be your mentor. Because I just know some organizations were like, find a mentor, turn left, turn right, ask someone. And it's like, oh, that just, you can't. You can't take the magic out of that like process of dating and scoping and dreaming. And you have to move slowly towards each other. And and I do think driven by the mentee. And someone went up to my friend and he was like, I want to be your mentor. And my friend was like, what? He said, I'm going to mentor you. I want to be your mentor. And this person said, no, thank you.
Wow.
And they burn, and it was, how dare you do this to the elders? And there's some other cultural stuff going on.
That feels weird.
It was wild, of course. And I was like, but I just admired his like,
He's like, no, I don't feel
thanks.
this.
With the sweetest little smile.
I mean, I've only ever had really one person that I've been like, you're my mentor, which is Lisa Muse Bryant, who we wrote a pilot together at Nickelodeon. Then I was like, would you be my mentor? And her career has skyrocketed. And before the strike, she and I, for a year and a half, developed a show. Mike Shore came on as our executive producer. It was like really exciting. And then it all like dissipated because of the timing and whatever. Right. And, my mistake in that was I kind of like, was like, I don't know if I'm meant to do any of that. I just I really questioned what was going on and was floundering. And now I'm coming back to writing more and I still talk to her and we still have a relationship. So I didn't like, I wasn't like, bye, I'm out of here.
It didn't work. Goodbye.
But she's also like incredibly busy because she show runs for him and she's, and I want to be respectful of her time because she's got 4 children and
oh God.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Baby.
Yeah, I'm really grateful for my relationship with Maggie, and we are also friends on, you know what I mean? It's very much a two-way street, I think, and we do look out for each other. She is the reason that I'm at AFI teaching on faculty there. All of a sudden, that job dropped out of the sky, and that's because she said to them, you should call Leonora.
That's incredible.
Which is like amazing. I mean, that is life-changing for me. That has been the most life, I mean, I wouldn't even known to even apply to that job if it were available.
Right.
I wouldn't even thought I could.
Right. And that's what the hope is, that a mentor sees that in you as well. And then you go, oh my God, you're so right.
And helps
I am good for this.
Guide you to the thing. Yeah. It's hard to see from the outside a lot of times.
For sure.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Yeah. So I would say like, but I always tell people that, and I have other mentors in my life, and I definitely now have moved into
that role
to other people, to younger women, and I turns out I love it. I mean, like it's so much fun. It's great, and I love having peer mentors. I think that's really important.
Yeah.
But I do think that like any relationship, like your communities, like your friendships, it really does take active participation.
Yeah.
You have to actively participate. It can't be
a one-way
street.
You expecting your mentor to like get you jobs and like results oriented too, because it's about this like cycling. It's about process and about relationship, and they're you can't put too much on like, so what's the? It can't be like this transactional.
It can't be transactional.
Right,
It really can't. And Maggie knows that I would in a heartbeat. I mean, I will always. I mean, I just like whatever I could ever do for her.
Yeah.
I always will.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm lucky too, because then I also have these 2 brothers that I work with a lot, the Duplass brothers, and they have become really lovely mentors in a lot of ways. Yeah, in a big way.
Yeah.
And
Which is great.
They're employers of mine, they're mentors of mine, and I know that I can always reach out to them and just be like, I don't know what to do. and they're going to have
nice.
answers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We've talked about Mark Duplass because we're like, oh, he is public about his mental health struggles, which I think is like really important.
Yeah, he's been amazing about it.
Yeah, you're in the public eye to talk a little about it.
Yeah.
Right. You're not alone out there.
You're not.
Could talk about this and TM for so long.
I know. I want to find the person who's like, if I'm on one side of the seesaw and you guys are on the other side of the seesaw, like, who's the person that's just like plopped in the center,
just zen all the time,
just zen and like not, and like can just get out of bed and be.
They're the Tibetan monk in the
right.
Yeah,
I know some zen people.
Yeah. David Lynch.
Yeah, I mean, seems like it. I don't know him, but
he's a pretty happy guy.
Yeah, seems like a happy guy.
Do you guys want to know what he said about death?
Yeah.
Okay. It was so beautiful that I can't even like. It was so gorgeous. So one of my cohort said, you know, she's deep in grief. She's lost a family member. And she said, I don't know if this is too personal a question to ask you, but I would love to know your thoughts on death. And he said, well, Alexandra, first of all, I'm so sorry to hear that you've lost someone important to you. But I do think, you know, consciousness, as you know, lives on. Not done. That's not it, because we all feel that way. And he said, I see it like this. You're driving in a car. And after a while, the car gets kind of beat up, a little old. The air goes out of the tires. And so eventually you say, I gotta pull this car over. So you pull the car over and you turn off the car. But then you get out of the car and you keep going. And then he said, and your dad's very proud of you.
Oh.
And we were all like,
oh my God, so sweet.
But pulling over the car thing is the most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Like this is just, this body is just
like
the
shell,
car. It's just, exactly.
The
like,
trappings.
but like us, we just
matter can neither be created nor destroyed.
Exactly.
You're gonna say it every
time.
episode.
I mean,
it's true.
It will never cease to be the craziest
amazing.
thing I've ever heard.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
You can't get rid of it.
I know.
Yeah.
Like even the salt crystals in your tears that you're crying right now, Christina, are, you know, like used to exist.
That's
some of like
beautiful.
that sodium and chloride, whatever makes up your tears, like existed in the ocean.
I want to talk about death more.
Me too.
But we gotta go. I
we're out
stand
of
by
time.
my depression.
Me too.
But on that note,
And on that note, we're going to now do our little, like, what are we obsessed with right now?
Yeah. What are
This
we?
is a nice way to kind of feel more.
Yeah, a
like,
little
what
endorsement.
are you getting into these days?
What do you got?
I think reading. I think doing a lot of reading and staying a little more silent than I normally am in real life.
Yeah.
Actually, just taking it all in, and listening to a lot of different kinds of people.
that's smart.
I like that. You got one?
I am walking. I'm trying to walk as much as possible because I
So
think that's
good.
really good for
Walking
my
is
mental
good.
health. I'm dancing as much as possible because I think that's really good. And I just want to read a lot of fiction. I just want to sort of like disappear
little
into
break.
fiction, take a little break. I want to take a breather from everything, you know what I mean?
We all deserve.
I'll ramp up again and
break.
I'll hold the
Oh,
line.
yeah,
But
the
like
work
right
is
now, I
not-
just need a little, I need a little.
That is very fair. You have to listen.
Yeah.
To that for sure.
How about you,
What are
Lonnie?
you into?
Mine is just like making loving eye contact with my animals.
You're like making loving.
I thought you were going to
contact
say
with my
something else
animal. Of course.
entirely.
Yeah. Or, you know, that
Making love with
that's
as
fine.
many people as I can.
Love. Just
Making
loving.
love with my animals. No, not making love with my animals.
Wow.
No. But
I did
just
love
loving
them.
my little animals.
Yeah, these sweet beings are just in their bod.
They don't know.
In
They're
their
just
bod.
so psyched. I was never a dog person, and now like when we're gone all day, no, I never had a dog.
Interesting.
When we're gone all day, this little fluff ball just
living,
comes, runs, and dives onto me.
quiet little thing
like
who just
a
wants to
hug.
nuzzle.
So great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said on Wednesday morning, my son was having a really hard time with everything. And I was like, we still have dogs.
Yeah,
Like, we'll always have dogs.
yeah. So
Like,
go
look at
out and
these
get a
get a
dog.
dog.
Some stuff it's going to be here a lot longer than any of this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Today, oh, and that's the other thing, is I'm getting super micro about my joys. So like today, my dog came in and she had been in the sun. And she just felt so warm from the sun.
love that.
And I was just like literally hugging her and
That
just like
feeling.
feeling that heat from the sun. I was like, this is a joyful act.
The most delightful.
Like, this is so lovely to just know that she's been sitting in the sun. Like,
Yeah.
That's reminding me the other day, I was in a hammock with my daughter, and my favorite combo is warm sun, cold grass.
oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just delicious.
I will say one of the
cool,
very
but hot, warm, cool somehow.
Yeah. One of the
grass.
very vivid like ayahuasca moments was just like, it's like time almost stops. It's really like, which is all of meditating and everything, right? It's like noticing the tiny, tiny moments and like savoring and slowing the fuck down is where you find all that joy.
I think that's the key.
Yeah.
It's here. It's here.
Well, thank you so much for coming in. This
thank
has
you for
been
having me, you guys.
a delight.
Leonora.
You guys are wonderful. I'm excited for this podcast. What a wonderful thing you're doing. I think it's great.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Feels really good.
I'm glad.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
All
job.
right. Well,
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Hey, if you like listening to That's So Mental, send us your thoughts or show ideas. Let us know what you'd like to hear about.
That was so mental. Rate, subscribe, and hit us up with your stories.
That's So Mental.